Speaking of A-list, uh, Danny Radcliffe's first photo as Weird Al Yankovic got released. I was hoping that Jess could show the photo if she could find it. I didn't look at it yet because I wanted to see it here.
Got you.
But I mean, would you consider Danny Radcliffe A-list?
Yes.
Same. Yeah, he's in that frame where he's a lot younger, but like is in the frame where he does seemingly pick and choose. Like the Harry Potter shit made him enough money that he could do anything, and he's pretty well respected at this point.
Yeah, like, I mean, he did a zombie farting movie, and it was. Yeah.
He was also on Broadway, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was on Broadway. Yeah. Done like a lot of stage acting.
I think the stage stuff was right after Harry Potter, and that's when he did the.
I don't think it was right after. I think it was like a couple of years.
And then he did the Swiss Army
Swiss Army Man.
Yeah.
And Guns Akimbo. And,
what was the other one?
Guns Akimbo.
I don't know if I saw that one.
Guy has just guns grafted onto his hands instead.
Oh.
He does weird shit all the time. Is basically. I dig it.
I like that one. There's better ones too. I just got to scroll down.
Well, but even that, like, I was curious about how he would look. That's clearly a BTS, so I'm not trusting.
I don't trust that. Doesn't look great.
That top one worked out. Like, I think they got it pretty well.
Yeah, the promo one, right? This one, it looks really good.
It's like, oh, that's probably how he's actually going to look in it. It's like, yeah, that fits.
Those are the only two.
I was like, I knew he was doing that, but
I think we talked about it on the show.
I think we just mentioned it.
Oh,
like I think one of those maybe at the closing of his like Daniel Radcliffe, Weird Al Yankovic, yay or nay, and it's like we're like, yeah, I guess.
I'm down for it.
It looks pretty good, like that. The promotional clip.
I do think it's funny. Like, how does he? I would feel scared to even reach out to him for something like that. Yeah, do you want to play Weird Al Yankovic? Like, my instant reaction would be,
those are the kind of roles that he does now.
No, I know. Yeah. It's great.
He probably like asked. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was like, "Hey, let me play that."
Well, like, also, this is why you'll never be a casting director.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm scared to ask Daniel Radcliffe to play a role. Well, yeah, well then don't make that your job, I guess, because that is someone's job.
I guess I didn't mean scared, but I was more of just like, is he going to be like, why would you want me? You know, I'd look nothing like I would never think to have him as Weird Al Yankovic. The same way I wouldn't. What's his name was originally supposed to play the Riddler, Jonah Hill.
Okay, well, that I think is bad casting.
But but I feel like there might, the rest of the casting is really whatever. We don't talk about Batman, but I thought the rest of the casting was done well. So if they wanted Jonah Hill to begin with, he must have done something well. He's the one who said no.
Well, yeah, they wanted him because he's funny.
Yeah.
And a good actor. Like, I don't like him, but he is a good actor.
But I also don't think this Riddler is a fucking comedian.
The Riddler is supposed to be a comedian.
No, that's the Joker. But
the Riddler is like a scientist who gets.
No, I meant like he's a funny villain. Like,
all of the Batman villains from like we grew up or have like a comedic edge.
Yeah,
because they've made like a kids cartoon out of it.
Okay, well, I guess that makes sense.
Like, the origin story of it goes is that he doesn't have like a comedic background. Like the Joker sometimes does, sometimes doesn't. Like, and he's supposed to be a clown, so that. But the Riddler's main backdrop is scientist, engineer type guy who gets like kicked out of that community, but he's also brilliant. So that's like his villainous origin story is just like exiled from the shit because he was trying to do something kind of radical or whatnot.
Oh, isn't his like thing like doing riddles, or am I crazy?
Yeah, it's the Riddler.
But riddles aren't inherently comical.
especially in the trailers. It's clearly not. There's nothing funny about any of it. Like I don't think there was ever planned humor in it. Jonah Hill must have just killed the audition.
Well, the thing is that if he said no, I don't think he
didn't audition. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
If, like, audition for a thing, I think you want to do it. I think.
But I think I'm saying I
asked to if he wanted to, and he said no.
I guess that's true. I thought he was like offered this. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. If he auditioned, he clearly wanted it. Why would he say no? But I want to say it was because of the money, but I could be wrong. I remember the story a couple of years ago, and I was like, why would he say no to that? Like, what would be the downside of it? But maybe he didn't realize. I mean, maybe it was in like the middle of the clusterfuck that was like DC and shit. And he just didn't want to get mixed up in it. He probably didn't realize that it was going to be what it is.
Well, but also it could just be like, no, I don't really want to do that role. Jonah Hill has enough money that if he probably has another role like that was offered to him that would be filming around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like this one better than that. Like, just because it would be profitable doesn't mean that he wants to do it.
Yeah,
and I guess he's been in a shit ton of really profitable movies. Like, It's not like Hill is.
I was just gonna say that. Like, he's also, I don't know if he's ever won an Oscar, but he's definitely been nominated. Like, he's booked and busy. He doesn't need to take things.
So like, it is probably less of like, I don't want to do this project, more like I'd prefer this project. Like,
yeah, I saw it as a Terrence Howard thing. Yeah, I guess that's true. I saw it as a Terrence Howard thing. He was just like, nah, I don't want to do it. But you're probably right.
They got rid of Terrence Howard and upgraded to Don Cheadle. So I think like the MCU inevitably wins on that count.
I don't know. I liked Terrence Howard better than Cheadle, to be honest.
You're just saying.
I swear to God,
Howard more than Don Cheadle. If any casting director, there's a role, and you can have either Terrence Howard or Don Cheadle. They're going with Don Cheadle. They don't even have to hear what the role is.
Okay, fine.
Terrence Howder.
Starring in.
Talking too quickly. I think he's the one that thinks like 1 + 1 = like 3 or something like that.
Does it not?
Yeah, it doesn't. No, he has some weird philosophy on math where he's like, the whole world is wrong except me. And maybe eventually it's just like, yeah, I don't want to pay that guy as much money as he wants to get.
I mean, he's probably kicking his own ass now, though. After
money.
Well, yeah, that's true. He was in a couple of hit TV shows after that, so I guess he wasn't really affected by it.